Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to the 80s, and welcome to your second dosage of Iron Maiden's Somewhere in Time, and it's not going to even be the last, ladies and gentlemen, so I hope you are in the mood for this. So, this is also probably only really like the second or third song that comes from Somewhere in Time where I can absolutely say it can sort of stand up there with the best of them. Now, to be honest, maybe Wasted Years may be on the lower end, but to be honest, it's also very, very distinct and it stands out for, thankfully, all the right reasons. Because I believe the intention is that this was a song in which Bruce Dickinson, or it might have been Steve Harris, one of the two was apparently getting quite homesick for literally travelling all across the UK and then, of course, travelling all over Europe and then America. And, well, naturally, your mind begins to wander somewhat about whether or not sometimes you wonder, have you just spent the best years of your life doing what you love, and has it actually been worth it? But considering where Iron Maiden are now, and considering the sort of life they have lived, it's kind of course I like to imagine they do. Maybe they have a separate opinion about it, but to be honest, if they really didn't want to go through with it, then they would have just stopped at the very beginning. But because they didn't, I would like to assume that, you know what, all was good in the hood, as they say. And I can also say it's definitely one of my probably not one of my personal favorites, because the list is very, very long when it comes to the best Iron Maiden songs, but Wasted Years is something we shouldn't be looking back on, because we are pretty much living in our golden years, ladies and gentlemen. Or at least that was the impression I had when I first listened to it all the way back in 2018. And 7 years have gone by, ladies and gentlemen. That's quite a long time. And you don't look back. That's all I can say. So, let's go. I'll put my hands up to the sky. So understand the wasted time, always searching for those wasted years. Face it, make your stand, and realize you're living in the golden years. Honestly, considering that literally this album like starts off with Caught Somewhere in Time, then immediately followed by Wasted Years, I would almost say even this early on that this album is damn near perfect. If there was only if there's only like one little detail, I suppose, because I don't really know what else I'm meant to say, ladies and gentlemen, apart from literally this is a very far cry from literally recording these in an animation studio when I was still at university to sitting here right now talking about with you guys. And I don't know about you guys, but you know what? I can't get over just how much I love this album. I can't get over how much I still love Iron Maiden. And guess what? I get to sit here and talk about Iron Maiden with you guys. I mean, again, what more could a man ask for? You know what I mean? And with that being said, there is only one criticism I did want to make against Wasted Years, is that I wish the final line read, "and realize you're reliving in those golden years." Because I reckon it probably would have done. Imagine the sort of person who would be listening to that year. Again, maybe I'm like trying to self-insert myself into all this, but you know what? Guess what? Those days when you got started and you didn't realize how good you were. Imagine what it's like to actually rekindle that same energy and rekindle that same belovedness that was the whole reason why you wanted to do this at all. You know, that sort like that, but more of like that. But what can you do? That's a very, very personal, small personal gripe, and it's almost not even worth holding it against Iron Maiden for. In fact, I'd say you're better off just, let's pretend I said nothing, and let's just say, how can this album get better? Well, there's at least 3 songs I know fine well that we've got coming up that absolutely take this almost to the very best. And with all that being said and done, I hope all of you guys enjoyed Wasted Years by Iron Maiden, and I cannot wait to talk with you guys again in the next video. So take care, and bye-bye for now.